live on Facebook, on YouTube, and if you're a Cooks Collective member, live streaming on the Cooks Collective membership area.
That's right.
So if you're watching us live, let us know, give us a thumbs up or a wave, or ask questions as we go along. So Bryony, what
Yes,
we're swapping over, can you tell? Like, I thought I'd actually say hello, my name's Bryony. But I didn't in the end. I actually called myself Tracy. But this is Bryony.
Yes.
Because she's got the name on her thing. So
Today, we're cooking a Spanish potato tortilla with some charred chorizo on the top. Just absolutely beautiful. Everything's better with a bit of chorizo, pork.
certainly is. So I've got some onions that I have pre-fried here because, like us, you may have fallen asleep while you're waiting for the onions to fry. So I had a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in. So we just used the Cobram Estate olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I've fried the onions and I've seasoned the onions with salt and pepper as well. So really important to get this base seasoned before we put the eggs and the potatoes in, because the tortilla really has you know, onion, potato, eggs, none of them which have a really, really strong flavour, and the onion can be quite sweet. As you can see, we've got a little bit of caramelisation going on here, so it definitely does need quite a bit of seasoning this to make it absolutely delicious. So Bryony expertly cut up the potatoes earlier on into sort of thin-ish slices. I reckon they're probably exactly a centimetre. You're very good at cutting up.
Thanks.
Good at cutting. Very
Good at chopping.
cutting.
Good. Oh.
Okay, so into the, I'm not very good at cooking though. No, all the ones at the bottom were slightly overcooked, so they sat there steaming for 5 minutes. But we just simmered them in salted boiling water. If you simmer them in the salted boiling water, the potatoes will actually get some salt into them as well. So we'll flavour up the potatoes at the same time. If you steam them, you're not going to get that salty flavour in the potatoes. So not quite as delicious.
Last week we were talking about the sweet potato.
We were, when we cooked. What did we cook last week?
We steamed it.
Kate's
dish.
Yeah, Kate's.
And
recipe.
So
My mum even cooked that in England.
Well, there you
yeah.
go. Excellent.
It's interesting that she'll cook my customers' recipes, but not my recipes,
Not
isn't
yours.
it? What's going on there, Mum?
All right, so I am whisking up the eggs, and I've got 8 of our beautiful Charcoal Springs pastured eggs, some rosemary, and some salt.
I can whisk while you're
thanks.
measuring. Cause
So 1 to 2 teaspoons
Teamwork.
of salt flakes. And you were just recording you were supposed to put the garlic in too.
I can do that as well.
Multi-talented.
I'm on fire today, let me tell you. It's just
So,
everything's going swimmingly.
you were saying you've just recorded a kitchen tip for the Cooks Collective about salt flakes versus
Yes.
granular.
Yes.
Is that right?
So we looked at
Pepper. Yep.
the difference in weight between salt flakes and granular flakes.
Right.
And I knew that there was a difference. And I did do a tablespoon because I really wanted to, show really how different it is. I mean,
For
you
the
wouldn't
measuring,
really
yeah.
be using a tablespoon of salt in too many things, would you? But, okay, do you want to pour that in? So,
Yes.
sorry, you've got 8. Go on. No,
8
go on. You
eggs.
can talk while you pour.
8 eggs, rosemary, salt, and white pepper.
How much rosemary, Bri?
About a tablespoon of chopped.
Chopped. Beautiful.
Excellent.
Beautiful. So I'm going to jiggle that around and I'm going to tell you now we've got
So
that
what was the
in.
weight difference?
So the weight difference, phenomenally, even the cameraman nearly fell off his stool, was the salt flakes weighed, I think it's about 14 or 15 grams.
Right.
And the granular salt weighed 30 grams.
Oh, so
It's like
double.
twice as
Wow.
much.
Okay, that's
So whenever you see salt flakes in a recipe, if measuring by teaspoon, which is what we do, but we try and, make sure that on all our recipes it does say if you're not using salt flakes,
That's
if you're
right.
using
That'd make a
granular,
huge
cut down
difference.
accordingly. But it's almost like half. So if a recipe says teaspoon of salt flakes, use half a teaspoon of granular
But
salt.
as I would generally say in the and we've said before, use less and then add, because you can't take it out once you've added it.
Oh, totally.
So maybe
totally.
go for like half a teaspoon and then add it.
And even with
especially if
something
you're-
like this, I'd go I taste that.
Yeah.
And that's perfect. That's really, really nice. I know it's raw egg, but they're fresh pastured eggs.
All right.
Got nothing to
I'm
worry
going to cut
about
up my cheese. I just want to show you this Manchego
hands now.
cheese, beautiful sheep milk cheese from the, is it Manchego region?
La Mancha.
La Mancha region in Spain.
Ole.
And it's got this sort of wax on the side.
So we don't want to eat that, do we?
No, so I'm going to take that off and then I'm going to cube that. And we've also got the goat's cheese as well. So
Because the Manchego can be easily, you know, you can put cheddar in there if you want to. But we are doing a Spanish tortilla. It's quite hard work, isn't it, as you can see?
that's why
standing
I'm on
there
the
doing
chopping
nothing.
side today.
Yeah. I said, I'll cook today.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn this up to 8. So if you don't want to use Manchego, you can use cheddar. You could probably even use mozzarella, but we are getting more into the Italian side of things. But, you know, we're living in a global world, aren't we? If you like the oozy stringiness of mozzarella, put that into here because it's
Kids
quite
might
fun.
like that. Bocconcini.
Yeah, bocconcini. Bocconcini's a little bit more like the goat's
Yeah,
cheese. So
so
we want a
that's-
really mild, creamy goat's cheese, and I wanted something with a little bit more texture in it, like the Manchego. If you've never had Manchego cheese and you want to make this
Do
omelette,
yourself a favour.
yeah, do yourself a favour. Hop on a plane to La Mancha region in Spain, and
But it's pretty readily
grab some.
available now.
or go to the supermarket.
That's right.
I know which one I'd rather do. Go
Go to Spain. Yeah.
It is a beautiful cheese. It's sort of nutty but grassy at the same time. I think I absolutely love it. So it's my usual Christmas present is a block of Manchego cheese under the cheese.
A
under
3
the-
kilo wheel.
Yeah, under the Christmas tree, and I was right on it. Dear Tracy, Merry Christmas. You've been fabulous this year. Lots of love from Tracy.
Okay.
And that's my present I give to myself every year. I do share it with others. I'm just going to turn this down. What I'm watching for here
Yes.
is you can just start to see, I don't know whether the
Yeah.
cameraman can get that, the eggs starting to cook around the outside. Affirmative. The eggs starting to cook around the outside. If you think about what's in there, there's quite a lot of potatoes in there, so
Yes.
it's not going to take too long for the eggs to cook.
Right.
And I don't want to disturb that too
Oh,
much.
it smells good already, though.
It does. We did this for the pre-tour dinner
Yeah.
last week, and everyone was absolutely
we-
loving it. Yeah, we can get that on.
Excellent.
So, looking for that cooking around the outside a little bit. Do you want to put the cheese in, or are you busy with your sausage?
Well, I can. I'm busy with sausage. But
Yeah. Then you get this sort of little surprise of a little beautiful creamy goat's milk cheese.
Yep.
Very mild. Very.
Oh.
We've
got a
had
friend.
triplets of flies in this morning. That one looks like the other two, doesn't it? Same.
So
legs.
just breaking that up, and you were saying about having head back.
Oh, sorry.
At the end, and all that cheese is going to go nice, and
And I can smell now that that's ready
you can
underneath.
smell that it's
So,
ready.
Yeah. So we're going to whack that in the oven.
Well,
now,
I'll
Bri.
take that. Here's the chorizo. So
Thank
excuse
you.
me.
Yeah. Just remember
Now-
to get 2 oven gloves out.
Beautiful Solid Techniques pan.
Woo! Smoking that one. So I
Ready?
had this one heating on the oven on like an oven grill setting, haven't we, Bri?
We
More
do,
than
Tracy.
just an oven on its
Yes.
own. Because I just thought you can just chuck it in the oven if you want to, or the grill oven.
Yep.
It's just that it will be much quicker for the video, but if you're wanting to have another
I need
glass of
that.
wine before dinner's ready, then of course. Oh, sorry, Bri.
It's all right. Just got to
Clearing
chop my
up.
parsley. It's all right.
Then, of course, you can slow things up a bit if you haven't quite finished your last glass of wine before dinner, and cook it in the oven, because that'll have an all-round heat. Whereas, mind you, the grill that we've got our oven on is isn't it, Bryony?
Yes, it is, Tracy.
Because she does make me laugh, because it's just, it's a nice all-rounder.
I just wanted to,
Charcoal
if you could mention about because you're off Manjimup soon, you're not going to see the chickens this time.
I am off to Manjimup.
But the pasture, what's the difference between pastured
if
raised
you
eggs?
have not tried these incredible Charcoal Springs eggs, I would. So if you go on to Charcoal Springs, then you can see where all the retailers are. If you're in Western Australia, fantastic. If you're anywhere else in the world, you're going to have to find your own pastured egg farmers with beautiful chooks like we know, like Charlie and Colleen have down in Manjimup. But look for the Charcoal Springs eggs. I have tried other pastured eggs as well from other parts of the country, and sorry for everyone else, but these are incomparable to other ones. The yolk is beautifully bright orange. The white is what I call perky. That's a good word. Globulary.
Oh, that's a better word.
Ish, because it's like really holds together. They're absolutely fantastic eggs. They're
And
really
the
happy
point
chooks.
being pasture raised.
Yes. So pastured is where the chooks literally they've got so much space running around the pasture.
Whilst you're talking.
They have a really lovely time and they're very happy. They live in little caravans. So Charlie and Colleen move the fences around for the chickens right the way around their farm, and they also farm cattle. And wow, they're nice, aren't they?
They are.
And so the chickens come around the pastures after the cows.
So they clean up after them.
They clean up after the cows. They reinvigorate the pasture,
So it's called
and the pasture comes back.
regenerative farming.
Exactly the word.
Thank
So
you.
we love what they're doing, and we had people in at the weekend who are from Pemberton, and they said that they've got some ex-Charcoal Springs chickens in their
cute.
backyard now,
Lovely.
giving them eggs.
Excellent. So
Very
if
well
you can find
brought up
the
they
Charcoal Springs,
Yeah.
give it a go.
Give it a go.
So that's to put the chorizo in, and then we're going to toss it with a bit of parsley.
Just to go on the top, I thought it'd be quite nice. Or
And
aioli is nice for this, let me tell you.
It's like
Yeah.
we do in our low carb class with the
the Asian.
we do
one.
Asian tortilla kind of thing.
Yes. Do you want to check
Check
our
tortilla.
surface?
Check the surface.
Check the
Sure.
surface. You really want to get quite a lot of colour on the chorizo as well. This is just one we bought from the supermarket. On the chorizo, are we looking good or not?
We've got not much colour. I'm just going to crank it for a little bit.
Crank it
Crank
good.
it.
Is it cooking?
It's cooking, but it's not browning.
Browning. Okay. So we've got to keep our nose on that. I'm going to turn these little babies off. I think they're
I
probably.
Pop
We'll
them
just leave
into
them in
there
there
so I
just to
can
keep warm.
Get my plate set up.
So yeah, we just buy the chorizo from the supermarket, and everyone seems to really like it.
I know,
don't
and
they?
you don't have to spend like a lot of money because you could spend $30 on a chorizo.
Can you?
Yeah, but they're like aged and things like
Yeah,
that. So and made
Well,
from
we're
specialty.
talking-
But
and
this
we're
is
talking
cheapy
midweek.
ones.
Yeah, we're
that
talking
you
midweek.
buy.
Hence, I said Manchego use cheddar instead.
Absolutely. Be interesting, once you've got, like all dishes, once you've sort of got the basis of the dish, then you can do whatever you like with it. I was talking last week of maybe doing this with sweet potato instead of regular potato, because I'm trying to stay away from white
Anything.
carbs. That's right.
To
Everything. I'm trying not to eat it all.
Poor
No, I'm not. It's very difficult in this
environment.
environment. That's it. Just getting a spatula out. So we can do
Yes,
the
it'll be very interesting to see how the tortilla actually comes out of the Solitechnics pans. I have a feeling they may
a
have
little bit
gone
of
through
a-
the dishwasher.
Oh dear.
Or someone scrubbed them. By mistake, of course.
Of course. do it on
So
purpose.
we are ready, perhaps even if it's not brown. Anyway, potatoes. I was also going to tell you about the potatoes because we didn't mention what type of potatoes we actually use. So we're using the raw blue potatoes. They're great all-rounders. How are we going?
All right, we got a little bit of colour
Oh,
on.
that looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Good.
Raw blue potatoes, good all-rounders. They're the purple-skinned ones. Safety. Very, very important.
Up my finger. All right.
Middle finger. So we're just going to see how loose.
Oh,
See?
might serve it in the pan. Actually,
Our Solid Techniques pans have been absolutely stunning, but you've got to know how to see what I mean. I said to Bri at the weekend, I was doing a brunch, thank you, Bri, for Hayley's 21st, as we're going to actually be on tour when she turns 21. Does that make us bad parents? And it might just be the sides that are sticking. But I did potato rosti, and they kept sticking to the pan. Do you want me to give it a good old crack? Like
I do want you
like
to.
that.
And that's the other thing, perhaps just ensuring before you pop the eggs in to make sure you got oil up the sides.
I don't know whether it will. So we're going to, we might serve ours in the pan. These just need a touch more, because they will. I've done this before in the class. I've done,
we did
whatchamacallit? The
low carb one.
Yeah, frittata. Done a frittata in the pan.
And it's still quite wet.
So and that does need another couple of
minutes in the oven. So for the purposes of this, we're going to
now it's ready.
Now it's ready.
See how we can't live stream. We can't make it better, can we?
And the way you served it, and this, whilst we let it rest, this hot chorizo on
tumbling on the top.
That's right. Oh, let's get it all on. Because that's good.
All the parsley. Parsley's beautiful with it as well. Oh, that looks delicious, Brian.
Excellent.
Delish. So I'm going to just remove the glove for the purpose of the video.
Oh, it looked pretty with the glove on it.
Okay. Do you? Okay.
All right. So, and then slice it 6 or 8 or 4.
Or just sit down with a tray on your lap.
That's what we're going to
start
do.
eating.
Just get a fork in there and have a go.
It's really delicious, isn't it?
And so give it a go. Then come up with your own sort of.
Just don't touch that.
No, your own variations. We're still waiting on recipes.
Like this.
Some more recipes.
Yes, more recipes from you guys. We need more recipes to trial for our midweek. Yes,
that's right.
Well, I'm going to start phoning some of you soon. Going, give me your recipe. So, do we have any questions?
We
Cameraman?
do have questions, or see who's watching. We'll just find out on those.
So, from Rosa, you can only buy the eggs around Manjimup, is that right?
Rosa, you can buy the eggs, the charcoal spring eggs, at certain outlets in Perth. If you go to their website, that will let you know. I know they have them at
Napoli Mercato. Hang on, I'll get the map.
There's a map. charcoalsprings.com.au/suppliers. They do have them at Peaches, don't they? Oh, here we go. Fresh Provisions. I thought that was it. Yeah, Peaches in Fremantle. Oh, okay. So they can read it. MR Fresh Careen. Oh, I used to live near there. Brighton Food Market, Swanbourne, Fresh Prov, Mount Lawley, Good Grocer, Leaderville. So
Fresh Provisions, Canning Highway, Victon as well, up by our old place. Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
I'll shut up.
Anyway,
there's lots of places that you can buy them from. Lots of cafes that use them as well in Perth. So they really do set themselves apart when they use fabulous fresh pastured eggs like that. You know what? This will probably come out when when we finish.
That's
when the
right. I'll
turned
just
off.
get the next.
So Rose, I hope that answered your question there.
Hello from Merlan.
Hi, Merlan.
Hello from Kathleen.
Hello,
Kathleen.
Ellie.
Oh, Ellie, every week, my darling. It's
all the
so
way
lovely.
from
I
New
wish
Zealand.
I could see you as well. And Kathleen gets the badge for the most loyal customer, I think, as well as Merlan. Everyone. Hello, Linda. Haven't seen Linda for a while. How you going? Hope you enjoy this recipe.
Yes.
It's quick and easy to do in midweek, I think.
Absolutely.
And I would be serving this with a lovely fresh salad, just leafy dressed salad, or you can serve it with, like, I would just do it with, like, what are they called? The red things, the red round things? Tomatoes.
Some steamed greens.
You could do steamed greens with that if you want to. I quite sort of like the idea of tomatoes with a little bit of vinaigrette on it to have a little bit, because we got cheesy, creamy,
Well, that's one
salty,
thing that we thought about
everything.
serving with it was just a little
Like
tomato
a salsa
salad.
on the top. Yeah.
That's right. So enjoy that, and it's also great cold for lunch the next day.
Yeah,
if
perhaps
there's any
Easter
left.
picnic. Who knows?
So join us next week. What are we cooking?
Next week we are going to be doing a beautiful. Note I say the word beautiful before everything, just so that I can get the words in my mind. I do remember it's a pumpkin, potato, and cauliflower curry.
Excellent.
So
the weather
very
seems
gorgeous.
to be changing a little bit, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
and we've had requests to do more vegetarian type meals as well. So you can add meat to that meal, or you can have it as a vegetarian meal as well. It's a stunner, lots of bright colours. It's really, really pretty.
Very
that
good.
one
A
as well.
bit of a curry lover. So join us next week on live, Facebook Live at 12:30. Turn on your notifications for YouTube and Facebook so you don't miss us. Give this one a try this week.
Yeah, recipes on the website now, or of course you can join the Cooks Collective, where you can find all of our midweek recipes plus so much more.
That's right. And then you've got your own catalogue of midweek recipes that you can look
all
for
of the ones
anytime.
we filmed. So we'll see you next